We are continuing our coverage of severe weather and flood preparedness week in South Carolina with how you can stay ready should flooding occur where you live.
Yeah, this is obviously something we all have experience in after 2015, but meteorologist Danielle Miller has more on how we can refresh ourselves of staying safe in a flood.
Flooding causes more damage in the United States than any other weather-related event. South Carolina knows that statistic all too well. During the flood of 2015, more than 20 inches of rain fell across the Midlands. 19 South Carolinians died, 9 of which were in Richland County. The flooding from that event caused damage losses of $1.49 billion, according to South Carolina state officials. Because of the history of flooding across the state, it's important to always stay prepared and know what you should do should flooding happen. Before a flood even occurs, make sure you know if you live in a flood-prone area or not. If you do, elevate your furnace, water heater, and electric panels. Seal walls in your basement or lower levels of your house with waterproofing compounds to avoid seepage. And review your insurance policy to make sure you have flood coverage. During a flood, be aware of your surroundings at all times. If you have time, move any essential and valuable items in your house to an upper floor, disconnect electrical appliances, and be prepared to turn off your gas, electricity, and water. If the potential for flash flooding is there, move to higher ground immediately. One of the biggest pieces of advice to follow during times of flooding is turn around, don't drown. A majority of flood-related deaths are vehicle-related. Just 6 inches of water can stall your car and cause you to lose control. Things get even more dangerous with a foot of water. That much water can make a small car float. And 2 feet of water, that can wash away most vehicles. After a flood, continue to avoid areas with an excess amount of water. Be cautious of structures that may be damaged by flood waters and stay clear of downed power lines. In Columbia, Danielle Miller, News 19, WLTX.
Always good to remember that about the car. We know don't drown, turn around, and you don't know how deep it is, so you got to just turn around. According to the National Weather Service, flood-related incidents killed more than 90 people in the United States.
Over 60% of those deaths in 2019 were caused by driving in flood waters. And all this week we'll have important tips you need to know in order to stay prepared for severe weather. You can also download the WLTX app and customize your location to receive weather alerts.
Also, if you love our weather team, and we know you do, you can join their brand new Facebook page of Weather Watchers. And there, if you got something going on in your own backyard, a great picture, great video of some weather, you can share it to our page, and then you might just see it right here on WLTX.